Welcome to this Excel tutorial. In this video, we will learn about the count and sum functions in Excel. Now here, I have got this data, school, name, marks, and the functions. Now let's see if we want to count the number of students. So for this, we just type equal count, and the Excel will automatically show the relevant functions. Like here we want count, so we just press tab, and we want to count from here, like the number of students. So to this, we will enter the range, which is C2 to C5. C2 is to C5. Now close the bracket, enter. It will show number 4 because we have 4 students. This is how we use the count function. And now in CountIf, here also we will count the number of students, but if only satisfy the conditions, like we press equal CountIf. So we want this function CountIf, press tab, and we want to select the range that we want to put some conditions on, like we want from C2 is to C5, and the condition has to be like we want to see how many students have obtained more than 90, so greater than 90. Now close the bracket, enter. So it will show 1 because here in this data we have only one student, Sam, who has scored more than 90, which is 97. Like suppose if I have to change this 78 to 99, it will change into 2. Press enter. Now here, it shows that 2 students in this data have scored more than 90. Now let's go to CountIfs. So here it is same as CountIf, but in this we have more than one condition. Like say equal to CountIf. We want this CountIfs. And we press tab. Now the first one is the criteria one. So for that we have to choose which criteria range. Like suppose this will be the range 1. So we have to choose from B2 is to B5, comma, and then we have to give the conditions, like we want to look for the name John and comma, and the marks. The range would be from C2 to C5. C2 is to C5. And now the conditions has to be we have to look for the John who has scored more than 80. So it has to be, the condition has to be greater than 80. Now close the bracket. Now see, we will get only 1. So we have 2 named John, but only one person named John has scored more than 80, and the other John has scored less than 80. That's how the CountIf function works. Now let's go to the sum function. In this sum function, it is as simple as other function. We just click on sum, and we want this sum function, press tab, and we want to calculate all the sum of this from C2 to C5. So C2 is to C5, close the bracket and press enter. Now it will give us the total sum of these marks. Now we want to sum only if it satisfies a particular condition, like suppose equal to SumIf. We want the sum, press tab, and the first one would be the range, like we want this range from C2 to C5, from C2 is to C5, and we want to sum only the marks of the students who have scored more than 80. So it has to be greater than 80. Now close the bracket. Now to 85. Now here, this function SumIf has given us the sum of this 89, 97 and 99, not this 74, because this 74 does not satisfy the condition that we have given here, which is greater than 80. Now let's go to the SumIf. It is same as SumIf, then SumIfs. But the only difference is we have more condition here. So equal to SumIf, we want this function, SumIfs, tab, and then here we want the range, which is the sum, on which range we want to do some calculation, and that is the C range, C2 to C5. C2 is to C5, comma, and the criteria range 1. Now, we have to choose on which criteria. The first criteria we want to give some conditions on. That is from A2 to A5. From A2 is to A5. And then let's say we want to get the students, we want to get the mark, or we want to get the sum of the marks of the students who studied in Riverdale. So the condition has to be Riverdale. And the criteria range 2, which means the second condition. The second condition is based on the range or on the column B, and that is from B2 to B5. B2 is to B5, and the conditions should be the name of the person or the name of the student should be John, John, John. And now we close the bracket and press enter. Now here we are going to get 89 because here only this second row satisfy the condition, like this John has studied in Riverdale and he has scored 89. Now what if I change the name of the school here, Yale, into Riverdale? Now you're going to get the sum of these 2 marks. Yes, 163. So these are the few count and sum functions in Excel. And thank you for watching this video.